Hi guys, this is Connie from Connie's Nails and Creative Creations. Today I am taking part in the Christmas movie inspired challenge that Indiana Jones is hosting, and I hope you guys really like this. The movie I've chose is It's a Wonderful Life. So this is my little inspiration from it. I took this little frame from the Dollar Tree and I took it apart. Now I am putting white chalk paint that I made on it, and I ended up doing 3 coats. Well, 4, because I was trying to cover that red. Red is the hardest color to cover. And then I took the same white paint and I painted the frame white as well, and I did 2 coats on that to get a really good coverage. As I'm finishing up, I'm using my heat gun to dry up all of that paint so that's ready to work on. Now I've got some Christmas scrapbooking paper that is red with nostalgia presents. So after I measure it, so I figure out what size I need, I'm going to grab that paper and I'm using my Fisker's cutting board, and I'm going to cut that paper. So I'm just measuring and making sure that I cut it to the right size. Once I get it cut, I make sure again that I've got it perfect. See if I need to trim any more off of it, and it's the right size. So I'm going to grab my glue stick and I'm going to glue that paper right on there. Sorry for the arm and the top of my face. So I'm going ahead and glue this. It doesn't give me a super well bond, but it's going to put it on there pretty good, and that's what I need for at least now. Then I'm going to grab the little piece of the picture that I copied off of the internet that is from It's a Wonderful Life. Okay, now I'm grabbing that picture and I'm going to just see if I need to trim anything off, and I went ahead and I just used my scissors and trimmed a very little sliver off of the one side. I wanted a better border on that, and then I'm going to go ahead and use this glue stick and I'm going to stick it on there. Once I get that all stuck, then I grab my Mod Podge and I'm just going to go over the top of it, just so it will seal it in, or down is more like it. Okay, as I'm finishing up with that, I grab my black paint and I'm painting a border around the top of this little sign. And then I'm going to do the top of the box on just the edge, and then down on the side just one paintbrush width, just so that it kind of finishes it out, and it kind of correlates with the black and white picture. Then I'm using my ruler and I'm kind of drawing an extremely light line kind of through the middle, but not exactly through the middle. But I go ahead and I draw that, and you can barely see that line. Now I've got an paint pen, a black paint pen, and I'm going to just freehand the words Bedford Falls. And I start from, because Bedford has 7 letters, I start with the F in the center, and then I move out towards the end, and then I go back and do the middle to the front, so that it is looks like it is not off kilter. And then I'm going to go down on the bottom and do falls, and I'm going to do the same exact use the same exact technique. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to grab the frame, and I am going to grab my hot glue gun, and I'm going to put glue in all of those channels around the whole frame, and then I'm going to put the placard in there and make sure that it's completely sealed. It went in there really nice and snug, so I wasn't worried about it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bell after I take some glue out of there. Oh, there was a little dollop I wanted out of there. Okay, so now once I'm done with that, I'm going to grab this cord. It's a red cord, and I'm putting the bell on there and making a loop, and I'm going to glue it to the inside of the frame on the right side by the little girl. So you'll still be able to see her, but the bell will be there. And I'm just going to lay it on its side and just glue it in there. And then I decide it needs a little bit more oomph on this little thing. So I went ahead and first I made a hanger for it, because this is an ornament for my Christmas tree. And I'm just using the hot glue and the makeup spatula from the Dollar Tree to get that all on there. And then I realized, oops, I forgot the labels, so I used my glue gun and it came right off. There was no residue left or anything, but I decided it was off-white. I was just going to leave it that color. Now I'm going to take another little piece of that red cord, and I'm going to run a bead of hot glue and put that right on there. And then I'm going to use my X-Acto knife and trim off the little ends that was hanging out. Now I'm going to make a little bow with that red cord. And please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give me a big thumbs up. And please don't forget also to go down into the description box. You'll find Indiana Jones to her link, as well as a link to the playlist. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is how it looks on my tree. You have a great day, and God bless. Bye-bye.